are makeup basics to you? In today's video, I'm going to do something I've never done on my channel before. I'm going to show you how to apply a flawless makeup look without using concealer or bronzer. You heard me. It's been brought to my attention that some of my subbies don't use these products. As a beauty enthusiast, you could imagine my surprise. However, I spent the last week with my makeup magic perfecting this look. So, grab your phones, pull out your notes, and let's get to it. Before we get into anything, I'm going to caveat this by saying I'm just going to show you what I'm doing as far as my skincare goes, but I'm not going to give you the full details of anything because that will call for an entire skincare routine. This is just the basics of makeup application. But I will say this, you do need to have a dedicated skincare routine of some sort, whatever that may be. Okay. Let's get into it, okay? Before any makeup is applied, you make sure you cleanse your skin. You want to treat your skin. Any type of acne or hyperpigmentation or any type of skin problems that you may have, you treat it. Next, you want to apply yourself a moisturizer, a good moisturizer, one that's going to last up under your makeup. And then, of course, you want to put on the most important thing, which is your SPF. Your skincare routine does not have to be complicated. It can be just as simple as this. Do not neglect your neck and make sure you let it dry as you apply. Real talk, y'all. I do have an AM and PM skincare routine. Feel free to go and check those out after you look at this video if you want more details on a skincare routine if you don't have anything. But I will caveat that by saying I need to update my skincare routine because some of those products that are in those videos I no longer use, and I have simplified my skincare routine. Now, with that being said, if you are interested in an updated skincare routine, you can go ahead and drop me an emoji down in the comment section with a bottle of lotion. Let me know that skincare is something that you're interested in, and then I'll get that done for you. Let's keep it popping. Let's keep it moving. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of this video. Prime my skin. Some people use moisturizer as their primer. However, I use primer as my primer. And in the winter months, the cold months, I typically reach for my Milk Hydro Grip. Why? Because it is hydrating. As we age, moisturizer is our best friend. And let's not forget, you don't want clogged pores. And the duty, job, task, career of the primer is to be the barrier between our skincare and the foundation. Now let's talk about foundation. Let's get into it. Now, keep in mind that if you're not going to be using any concealer, then your foundation is going to become your everything. So, here's what I found most important during my trial and error in doing this, okay? Do not choose a shade that is darker than your skin tone. On most of my videos, this is what I do because I use my concealer and my bronzer to bring everything back evenly. Don't do that. Number 2. Use a natural finish or a hydrating base. It is going to give you the best overall skin-like appearance when it comes to applying your makeup. Number 3, don't be afraid to use 2 shades to get the perfect match for your foundation. This is what you saw me doing because my skin has hyperpigmentation. It's not perfect. So I don't want to look all the same, which is why I highlight and I contour. And since we're not using that in this video, I wanted to show you that you can still achieve it even without using concealer, just to give you a face that's not necessarily flat. Speaking of falling flat, our next best friend is going to be blush. My Rare Beauty blush in the shade Grateful. I love this blush simply because, as we talked about earlier in the video, as we age, our skin loves moisture. Therefore, we want to keep with moisturizing and hydrating products. Rare Beauty, honey, she is pigmented. She is pigmented. She is pigmented. That's how I like my blush. This stuff will blend away once you start to tap. So your next step after this is going to be to set your foundation. What I'm going to use is what I normally would use, which is my Givenchy Prism Libre powder. I'm going to use that powder in the places where I would normally apply my concealer. Places that you saw me apply the darker shade of my foundation, that's where I'm going to put the Sephora Micro Smooth because I'm just using that to apply a dry product over my wet foundation, just so that when I set it, it all sets nicely. Hope that makes sense. Watch me as I do it, right? Because we don't want all that powder on here. Take my powder poof and lightly tap under my eye and set. in there. Those places are set. You know, I got to use my Micro Smooth, and this is in the shade 80. Swirl your brush in here. Dust it off in those places where I put the darker shade of foundation. I get so excited doing makeup. Ah, you couldn't see. Mirror real low down here. What I did was carve out my cheeks. However, I just did it with Givenchy setting powder. Now, look into my eyes. Blink, blink. No, we are getting ready to fill in our brows. What I typically use is the Benefit Brow. Precisely my brow, shade 4.5. Always, always, always. It is my favorite. My brows are microbladed, micro shaded. So it doesn't take me very much to do my brows. When I do my foundation and my makeup, some of that does cover up my brows. So for me, I am just filling in what my makeup is covering. Now, I know we do not like concealer on our face. However, we are going to use it on our brows because I feel like our brows are the first thing that people see. I feel like it's the most important thing when it comes to doing our makeup. And I also feel like it's one of the things that people do the most. Even if they don't do the rest of their face, they tend to do their brows. So I am using another Maybelline product. It is the Basic Rewind Concealer. Sparingly. And then we're going to take our brush, a little flat brush. If you've never done your brows before, an angled brush is probably the best brush for you in the very beginning. I like to put my concealer right here on the tip, right on the edges, because that's the part of the brush that really I'm going to use. And if you put too much on your brush, don't be afraid to use your hand. I like to start in the center of my brow. I got to be careful because I got on lashes. And that's it. Like, literally, that's it. And I take the same brush and I just pull some down. Whatever I have on the brush, I can do this with. If you want to be fancy, you can do the front part of your brow. Go back to your hand where you rubbed it off on. Just take a blending brush like this and blend it in. This is the Morphe M173. They have these in Real Techniques brushes too. Any type of buffing brush will do. Once you're done blending out your concealer, take a colored setting powder, because we're not doing any eyeshadow. That's why we're going to use a colored setting powder, because this is basics. What I'm choosing is Makeup Forever. This is in the shade 4.0. And I'm going to take a black triangle this time and go over my eye. Dip it in the same way that I did before, okay? Pat it off on my hand the same way that I did before. Close my eyes down and do the same thing. And you could do this with a brush, or you could do this with this. And I want you to see that the color, that there's color there. That's why I'm doing it like that. I can show you what translucent looks like. Who doesn't own a translucent powder? Is me. All I have is the translucent honey from Laura Mercier, if you guys can see that. Yeah, translucent honey. So we'll try this one instead of the colored one. And I'm going to try it with a brush. And this is what I did not have this plan to do. So this is off the cuff. I just saw a hole and took a dive. So Don't judge me for this, okay? Now I'm going to take the same brush that I put on my Sephora Micro Smooth with, and we're going to blend this in because it's high tide I do that. Some of y'all probably sitting there like, will she take that stuff off her face? My God. So there's that. Those are the two different eyes. Can you tell the difference? Okay, so now here is where you're going to check for any type of flaws. Anything that you don't like, because we're getting ready to set our makeup. Because you don't want to set once you put your mascara on, and you don't want to set with bronzer on. You put those on afterwards because you do not want your mascara running all over your face. My current setting spray is this Morphe Continuous Setting Primer Mist. It is absolutely amazing. Amazing. I have tried the previous one, which was in a black bottle. I didn't care for it. But this one is going to keep your makeup looking exactly how it looks, which for me, I like a matte finish. Some people don't prefer a matte finish, and if you don't like a matte finish, then this is what I recommend. This will give you a skin-like finish. Oh, one more thing that is very important. Do not get this on your eyes where you just put your powder, because all it's going to do is let it melt into your skin and then you won't see the color anymore. So try your best not to get it there. Ooh, let that dry down. Okay, so now my preference is to go ahead and add me a eyeliner at the bottom line on my waterline. And I like to use the Milani Kohl Kajal pencil. And I prefer a Kohl Kajal pencil because I feel like it comes off very easily and it shows up. It shows out for the show. Do you hear me? Woo, Blinksies. Ooh, child. Now, because I have on lashes, I will not be applying this mascara to my top lashes. However, I will be applying it to my bottom lashes. I do have a detailed video that shows you exactly how to apply eyeliner and mascara. And of course, I'm going to link it below. And you can go and watch that too after you watch the AM and the PM skincare routine. You know what I'm saying? You get all in one shot, baby. All in one shot, baby. And this mascara is in that video too. This has fibers in it, and I like that, especially for my bottom lashes. Perfection, nothing on my eye. On to highlight. Almost last but not least, I chose the Fenty Diamond Bomb because it is soft in appearance, and because this look is so gentle, like so light when it comes to makeup, I felt like this would do this look justice. Pop it open. You see the inside. Now, let's pop a little lip color onto our lips. I'm keeping it simple. Baby, we going with some lip gloss. This is one of my favorite lip glosses. I think it goes with everything and it just brings the look together. It has a little bit of shimmer in it. Like it's neutral, like it goes with everything. This is the Fenty Glow Bomb and it's in the shade 1. Only number 1. Because they have a lot of Fenty Glow Bombs. Number 1. Watch. had I put on a lip liner, oh, I might just do that. Let me add a little lip color, cause my look's so neutral. Let's bring a little color into. I keep looking at myself instead of looking at y'all, and I apologize because this whole video I've probably been looking over there, but it's because my mirror is so low, and I'm really looking at the look because the way that it's just coming through is just. So please excuse the fact that my eyes have been shifted the entire video. Well, there's that. It looks good. It's cute. Let me get close so y'all can see. It's not perfect because I should have did it the opposite way around, but this is the makeup. But the real question is, are you convinced that you can now do your makeup without concealer and without bronzer? Let me know in the comments. And I will see you in the next video right there. Click it. Click it. Now. 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 Bye, y'all.